Hello friends, in this session today, let's understand about SSRS expressions, an interesting and easier concept. Bit lengthy, let's observe it carefully step by step. To start with, I am on my Visual Studio tool, say new project, and let's get connected to the reporting services, reports our project, and I'll just make sure I'll set some location to store the required project, the report solution, and simply click OK. Just click OK. It's creating the project now. Let's understand how to design the reports. So for this purpose, I'll add new item, shared data source, and say add shared data source. I'll take server name. It can be any server name of your choice, and supply your database name, the product database name that you have been using to practice all the previous classes. Add new dataset or new item, either of them. So select dataset. So here it is. I will say shade dataset, add new dataset. Query. So for this purpose, we shall be using the query that was given starting of the course. For the previous examples, you got one particular query. I'll take the same query here and click OK. Well, so you got data source ready, data set ready. Come on, let's do the report now. Add new item, select a particular report and click add. So what we did so far, we got data source, data set and report. I just put this way in the notes. Fine friends, so here it is. Step number 1, launch SSDT tool. Yes, launch SSDT tool. File, new project. Select reporting services and template number 2 and click OK, or simply say here. Step number 2, define new shared data set, new shared data source. Step number 3, define new shared data set. Okay. Next, once you are done with this information, number 4, define new report. Number 5, for the shared data set, say with below query. Let me provide the query here. So define new report. So here it is, you got the new report environment ready. New report RDL file. Now our requirement, friends, our requirement is to define few SSRS expressions. So for this purpose, I'm getting all the environment ready. Yes, I got the toolbox ready. Okay, report data ready. And let's add data source reference. Let's add data source reference to the report and add data set reference to the report. Share data set reference to the report. See there, friends. Data source reference, data set reference, both added to the report. So here it is. Define RDL file from report data, from report data folder. Right click data source, add data source. Right click data source, add data source. Select above defined shared data source and click OK. Well, same way, from data folder, right click data set, add data set, above defined shared data set and click OK. Well, now next step. Let's take some miscellaneous activities first. List report. It is used to report the list of all the values. For example, I would like to list all year values. Just drag and drop list, drag and drop year. Okay, so you get the list of all yearly values now. What I did, drag and drop list. Inside the list, drag and drop year values. Of course, you got duplicate values because there are duplicate year values here. There are duplicate year values. Now, in case you want unique year values, you can create another data set with unique year. Same way, we have day. Well, so you got days and preview. You get all day values here in the report. Now I can reduce the day values in this way. I mean, reduce the rectangle report value. Just put like this. This gives you the day value. See there, friends, this is one particular list. This is one particular list. Next, apart from this, so list report. Now sometimes you would like to have some sort of expressions in the report. Let's see how it is. For now, I'll take table because my plan to include table and list in a rectangle next. So for now, table report, and I'll say year, quarter, month, day, product and sale. Okay, you got all these values here. Provide the required values. Click OK. Next, say preview. Now, for now, I'll take this list at the end. I'll take the list at the end. I'll take the list and the text box at the end. Say preview. So you got year, quarter, month, day, values, etc. I'll put like this. Okay. Next. Well, you got the values ready. So what we did so far, friends, step number 5, optional for practice, drag and drop list from Toolbox window into report designer space. What next? Then drag and drop date column to this particular list value to list. Adjust the width of the list. Yes, whenever we drag and drop list one rectangle, this one, friends, see here, whenever you drag and drop list, you got the list here, right? This one, you got two boxes total, one list and one rectangle. Here it is. Observe carefully here. Whenever you drag and drop list, you get a rectangle automatically. Inside the rectangle, you get the list. I repeat again, observe carefully. Right now, nothing is there, right? Go to Toolbox, drag and drop list. Then you get rectangle automatically. Inside the rectangle, actual list comes here, like a text box. So your rectangle contains text box. Together forms a list. A rectangle visual item, also called toolbox item, is auto added. Okay, next. More importantly, step number 6, drag and drop table or matrix toolbox item and select every column from dataset. Okay, next. Select every column from the dataset. Now comes our actual concept. Let's see. It's a preview. You got year, quarter, month, day, etc. You can also include the product name, increase the product name width, so that you get the values like this. Now let's see how to add expressions. First, let's add date and time expressions. For your notes, step number 7, date and time expressions. Well, so here it is. Let's observe carefully here. Just put this way. For this, right click date column expression. Right click day column expression. Once you go to expression, then supply this value. Format of day comma, okay, this one, diy day comma value. Click OK. Observe the difference. Format of day comma value MMYY. Okay. Preview. This gives you in month year. See the difference? There's a value in month year. Same way, one more expression. Here it is. Go to expression. This time I'll specify DDMMYY. Day dot DDMMYY. Observe the difference. So when you say DDMMYY, so right click expression and supply the value here. Okay, now click preview. Now you see friends DDMMYY, the day format. DDMMYY 4 years, so it is 4 years. If I say 2YY, it gives only 2 years. And oblique, so it is oblique separator. Next, same way, for example, something like this. Go to design. Next, drag and drop day expression. Okay, drag and drop day expression. Supply the value. Okay. Now click on preview. Well, here it is. See there, friends, you got hyphen as a separator. Okay, expected output. Next, let's talk about this particular format. Another expression. So for this purpose, I'll add one more day. Just for easy understanding and comparison, I'm adding multiple days here, multiple columns. Expression, and here it is expression. I'll say day, here also day. So what we are doing now, simple. Observe carefully. Format option, month, week. So you have week number, day number. Observe carefully the output first. You got the format option. Click OK. Click on preview. Now see the friends, August week, something like this. July week, September week, etc. You get all the values here. You get month, week, number. Here it is, month and week and number. Observe carefully. month week number. Next step, let's understand the next part. We have date diff, difference in days between start date and date. Well, to take this example, we require two different day formats, two different dates. So I will take another data set, right click data set, add data set, and I'll take here embed in my data set, my report, query designer, click on query designer, add. I will take customer data or anything it can be. For now I'll take customer data and I'll try to add some values here. For example, date first purchase. So you got all the values here. I'll take date first purchase. So I got one particular date. Or I'll see if any other column has multiple date values. Let's take product key. Let's see if it has got multiple date values. No. Here we have only one date column. Sales data. It's contain key values, right? Well, let's take the date first purchase for now. Only customer data. And I'll also include, for example, gender, income, total children, education, and date first purchase. I'll also include the customer key and click OK. Well, click OK. Now our requirement. Difference in days. For example, say day, put day here, expression, difference in days. I'll take this date value of dataset 1 and here date first purchase of dataset 2, date first purchase dot value. See the difference of what? Of dataset 2. So dataset 1, one column, dataset 2, another column. Okay, next. So what you get? Difference in days. So now click on preview, difference in days, something like this. Friends, how I get it? Simply add second data set and say difference in days. Okay, next, same way, I request you to try some more expressions like this. For example, yesterday, I'll just put this way. I'll make a quick table for better format. So, expression, syntax. For yesterday, you need to take -1. Okay, date serial -1. See there, something like this. Same way, 2 days ago, it is -2. Same way, 1 month ago, you'll practice these things carefully. 2 months ago. For 2 months ago, it can be any date format, something like this. Same way, 1 year ago. And 2 years ago. Okay, a small table, you'll do this carefully, friends. I'll just make sure I'll manage the space. For easy understanding. Yes, friends, so here we go. With all this step-by-step information, our next example. So you got so far the date and time expressions. Step number 8. How to compare and report data from multiple data sets. Okay, this is called lookup operation. We use lookup. Lookup function is used for this purpose, for the purpose of joining multiple data sets to get combined data in the report. We make use of something called lookup function. Syntax: lookup of a comma b comma c comma d. Okay, here means if a equal to b, then replace by using c. A belongs to current data set of the visual. B comma C belongs to data set D, the remote data set D, means a different data set. So lookup of A, B, C, D, observe carefully. Let's take a small example. So earlier we have data set 2 that contains customer key. Let's take a small table here. Let's take a small table, drag and drop table. Yes, a report can have multiple tables, one beside the one below the other. And I'll take our requirement. I want a customer and the respect to sale. Customer respect to sale. Add data set. Data set embedded in my report. In the data source here, we are using a shared data set but a local data source. Observe carefully. Shared data set but local data source. Okay. Query. And down you see query designer plus symbol and sales data. So we got total third data set, three different data sets now. I'll take customer key and more importantly sales and click OK. I'll take only few values right now. From this sales amount, add calculated field. Just for example, add calculated field. I will calculate. I'll put this way, friends. I'll put this way. I'll also add tax amount first. Okay, I'll add tax amount. Now with this data set, tax amount and sales amount, add calculated field net sales. Now see there, net sales equal to sale amount. Where is sale amount? Let me show you. Fields, sale amount minus tax amount. So this would be for net sales. Click OK. So you got a new column ready. Now drag and drop customer key. I would like to add net sales. Here is the problem. See there, friends. I would like to report customer wise net sales. Sales amount minus tax amount. Or for now, say for example, I would like to have product wise net sales. Anything. But this is the problem. Means we cannot add columns from multiple data sets to a single table toolbox item. We can add other items, something like this: gender, year income, children, education. But if I try to add something from the other data set, it won't work, gives you error. How do you resolve it? Let's see. So what we did for this purpose, drag and drop table visual, datasets, new dataset, use existing data source and new dataset for sales table. Select sales amount and tax amount columns or fields. Okay, next, right click dataset, add calculated column, provide their net sales. Expression equal to this one. This is your expression. Next, how I got this one? Right click net sales properties. This dataset properties, click on the small fx. You got the expression ready. Now our next step, next requirement. Now here is a issue. drag and drop, drag and drop fields from customer dataset to about table. But if you drag and drop fields from above sales dataset, error pops in. Well, solution use lookup. Here it is. Define new column. Right click column expression. Right click column expression. This one, friends. Expression. Lookup of right expression. Specify below expression. Lookup of, remember ABCD formula. Customer key, comma, with, here it is, friends, data set, customer key with customer key. If multiple customer keys are same, if both customer keys are same between multiple data sets, if both customer keys are same with multiple data sets, then what we do is replace with net sales. Where is net sales? From the remote data set. Simple, friends. If A equal to B, replaced by C. B and C belongs to data set D. A belongs to current data set, the active data set, from where you actually drag and drop the very first column. You drag and drop customer key from the data set 2. So the active data set for this table is data set 2. So gender is from the same data set, income, children from the same data set, no problem, including education. But net sales from another remote data set, problem occurred. So you perform this lookup operation and click OK. This is net sales. Now preview. Just click on preview. Once you click on preview, yes, two tables have to be configured for report. It would take some time and the report gets generated. Let's wait. Yes, here it is. You got all the first report. Let me take you down, or in the design part for our practice purpose, for time being, I'll remove this first table, okay, just for practice purpose. Here you will see net sales in next few moments. You would see net sales. Let's wait. Yes, here it is, friends. This is the expression. Next. Apart from this. So you got the report ready, the correct information. Now, so far we got few expressions. Next, we have if and only function. Hope you remember back. Yes, revise IIF function from SQL base, from the SSRS basics example. Well, for dynamic colors, we got this one right for revising. Next, step number 9. Step number 10. Also, you got format expression. Revise the format expression from SSRS basics example for sales amount and rounding value. Rounding values also we got that information, like rounding to 2 digits, 3 digits, etc. Next, apart from this, we can make use of, for example, string functions. Well, so here it is. Let me just take this way. String functions. So for string functions, this one. Yes, friends, observe carefully here. Any value format, say start date through end date. Format D means here date format. Assume two different parameters. So let me just leave them as a task items for you. For additional and optional practice, see if we can do this way. From previous class, we know what are parameters. So try to define two different parameters and then apply the string functions. For example, let me take it this way. Well, so here it is. I'll take dataset properties, or I'll take a parameter here, add parameter, date parameter. I'll show you for one parameter, you'll try for other. Type date, okay. Now go to dataset properties, filter, because apply link parameter to dataset. You can make use of filter, day column, and specify value. Day column, specify value as parameter. Day column, specify value as parameter, and click OK. So you define a parameter and link it to datasets. Now go to preview. See there, friends, you got a small date parameter. Supply some date value here in this way. Supply some date value in this way. For example, Feb 27, something like this. This is one parameter. This way you will define multiple parameters, add them to dataset, and try with this example on my screen. Okay, next. We also have the option for page break. For example, I'll take this one. See, let's take an expression this way. Ceiling of row number, nothing. You hope you remember this, right? Row number, nothing. The basic example. Now let's see the example here carefully. For example, yes, our requirement, I would like to have 25 rows in each page. Okay, my requirement, pagination, I want 25 rows in each page. Select group properties, complete details group properties, this particular table, group properties, page breaks. Here you got between each instance of a group, for each group you can have a page break option, right? For each group you got a page break option. Now here we go, friends. So this particular report is not actually configured to have this type of dynamic page breaks you are looking for. So what we do, simple, right click group, add group parent. Okay, before that I'll just remove the parameter. I'll make sure like there are no parameters for easy understanding. No parameters and filters right now. Right click group, add group parent. Here group by QFX. In FX, type the required page group expression. Okay, so what you do, friends, here, select tablix and go to row groups window, right click details group, add parent, and then once you click on add parent, there you have to go to right click add parent. There you got add parent grouping, right? Expression. Group by expression. So this is your actual expression. Click OK. Header footer, it's optional anyway, and click OK. Well, you got one extra group by, and now that's not enough actually. If I say preview, it says like there is some other error that comes in. Sort expression is available. Row number cannot be used in sort. So what we do is group properties. Just now we said expression, right? Just now you gave expression. Plus additionally, page breaks, you need to say between at end of the group. Okay, at end of the group there should be a page break. So here it is, page breaks at end of the group. Next, apart from that, sorting, select delete. You need not sort, say delete. Sorting and say delete sorting. Well, so this way get the required information. Well, what else? Click OK and preview to test the report. That's it, you are done. So what we did, friends? Firstly, right click details, add group parent. Then you got group by option, dynamic group by. So in the group by properties, you got the dynamic group by expression, page breaks. Set the page break and then set the sorting option. Just remove the automated sorting because of group by, because as you know in SQL as well, whenever you say group by, automatically sorting occurs. Remove that sorting right now, click OK, preview. Now no more error, and you generally see 25 rows I said, right? So you'll be able to find 25 rows in each page. That's it. You can also count for 10 rows or 5 rows to make it simple while you're practicing. I mean, instead of making 25, you can say 5 or 3 here at this place to make your counting more easy to get on. Well, let's wait for a few moments, and now you can count. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, and 25 max. Or to make it more clear, let me go to group properties effects and I'll simply make it 5. Okay, it's more easier for us to count. Now preview and just ignore the warning down. Say preview. Let's wait, and we will see in next few moments that the report gives you 5 rows at a time. Let's wait. Let's hold on, friend. Yes, on my screen now you got 5 rows. Again, next 5 rows, next 5 rows, next 5 rows, so on. And we know how to repeat the header on every page, dynamic colors with the previous class expressions. So this way you'll practice all the concept today step by step. Okay, and use me for your doubts. Please practice on time. Thank you very much. Have a nice time.